Hey, y'all want to tune up? It's a steep launch. I hope the water's high enough actually to launch. We're gonna see. Okay, making sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, I'm good. This is nice, even better than it was. Make sure there's no hidden cypress stumps and nothing. Yeah, I want to. Oh, that's good. That's good. Pretty good. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, shit. Man, I knew I should have done that. I was thinking about that. All right, I'm gonna have to crank the motor up. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, yeah, all right. Damn, that mud flat is nice. Oh yeah, baby. All right. Cool. So thank y'all so much for being here for this Sunday afternoon. We're doing the album calendar. There's something called the Rice Pump. We were like hanging out. I think you had like borrowed Dad's accordion, and I had my fiddle. And you're like, oh, you've been playing accordion? Oh yeah, cool. I've been playing fiddle. Oh, cool. And you're like, oh yeah, check out this little song I was making. We started the Lost Bayou Ramblers on accident by Just go and play a little cafe gig.
We just did it. I guess we practiced, but I don't, I don't even remember. You know, we just started playing, and then people want to hear more of it, and start making records. The first one being at our family's camp on the Vermilion, and 20 years and 8 albums later, we're down the bayou at Dockside Studios doing the same thing.
Ryan Domingue, rest in peace, named the band Lost Bayou Ramblers because he thought it'd be a great name for a Cajun band. I was like, yeah, you're right, it is a great name for a Cajun band. Can we have it? On va continuer means we're going to continue, keep going. What was that bar downtown Lafayette? We were trying to remember where y'all would play. Bijous. And I feel like we were young. We'd go to the bar with y'all, and it was like they had that big long bar.
Yeah.
I remember sitting at that bar. I must have been like 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah. That was we really got going as Les Frères Michot. That was 1986.
Yeah, I remember that was happening. It was buzzing.
Yeah,
it was like a good.
Yeah, oh man, it was. We started playing for $50 and what was it, $50 an hour and a case of Red Stripe. that was our pay. You started playing Triangle for a while when we needed somebody on Triangle.
Started out on Triangle, and before you know it, I have a guitar in my hands. Yeah, and I just kind of hang out in the back, just kind of learn the chords.
Yeah.
I feel like one time we sat in the room and went over a few things, and the next thing I know I was on stage as a paid member figuring out the bass, and that's kind of the interesting about the language too, is that as rhythm section players who didn't speak French, you know, y'all would say the name of the song, it meant nothing to us because we didn't know the song. We just wait.
Exactly.
You say, okay, let's play this song.
Couple notes.
Okay, well, whatever, just start playing and we'll catch on. Then they start playing and okay, it's this song. Okay, in this key. Okay, it's about, you know, and just we'd know the songs for what they were, but we didn't know what they were called. I guess the music is like a language where you have to know it in your head and in your heart before you can try to play it. Because it's if you don't know what it sounds like, if you try to learn Japanese today, I'd have no idea where to start. When I started learning French, it came out as Louisiana French because that's what I knew. You know, my first trip I went over to Ireland and I had my guitar and I was jamming with these Irish accordion players on the road, and I was listening to the chord changes and how it was similar to Cajun music, and I could follow these Irish musicians, and then I thought their music was so amazing, and that kind of made me realize how amazing our music is. And then when I got back, I really wanted to learn, you know, the language, and Andre had picked up your accordion while I was gone when I hitchhiked across Canada. So when we got back, we kind of realized we were starting our own new brothers tradition of the next generation.
Well, I'd say right now is a great time to be in Lafayette because there's a lot of spirit right now about Cajun culture, and it's a young spirit like y'all's generation and younger too.
It is, but it keeps changing, and whatever the reason is for the individual to get into it, I guess the point is it's good that it's continuing. You know?
The boats have always been such a big part of our sessions here, you know? Even on Mammoth Waltz, we sang Webre la Louisiana. We did all the vocal takes out in the bayou in my metal canoe. Ethel May grew up right there and then lived most of her life down there at her grandpa's house. And, you know, so we take the boat there sometimes to her old homestead. And, you know, all her songs are about this area. You know, as you travel through it, you can travel through her songs, you know. It's so cool. It's all in there. And the way she said it when we first met her is it went like this. Comme moi j'étais né longtemps passé, avec des grands cheveux noirs, des yeux marrons comme les secours.
Mes amis me disaient abandonner mon habitation. Ça voulait moi je vais rester dans un appartement, mais ça c'est pas une vie que moi je connais. nuestra separación.
Miss Ethel Mae Bork, who was raised right next door here, her daddy Sidney Bork. We put him on the cover of our first album because he represented, you know, so much of that really big impressions I had of French-speaking Louisianians that didn't speak English. He passed on to her his knowledge of the land and the language, and she was still alive to pass that on to us, and she passed us on so many songs and so much knowledge. I mean, so much knowledge of plants and uses and food and gardening. And the important thing about the language in our music is that, for one, it's a huge part of the rhythm of the music, you know, and learning these songs without knowing the language is, you know, it's incomplete. It's amazing that we've been able to hold on to our French as long as we have. A lot of people all around here speak French, and sometimes you have to really gain their trust for them to speak it to you. You know, I think people still are mistrusting of Américains, as we call them in French, les Américains, you know, because les Américains is the one who's gonna come buy your land for 50 bucks and put up an oil rig next to you and not give you any of the royalties. My great-grandpa, the first Louis Michot, was from Avoyelles Parish where, I mean, everyone spoke French. A lot of people still do. He and his wife were both teachers, and the teachers were the ones who enforced the law that was only English in schools. And if you spoke anything else, you were looked down upon. So naturally, they didn't let their own children speak French, because if you want to be American, you better speak English. And if you want to speak another language, you better go back to where you came from. I saw a sticker that said that this morning. You know, if you don't like my flag, go back to where you came from. You know, and I think that's the main thing, is that people were shamed out of speaking French. It's pretty, you know, the Teche, this was the main highway of all the people who got here to Acadiana. You know, this was the way people got here. I think they would cross from the Mississippi River over the Plaquemine Bayou, and then they would go through the basin somehow, and then they end up on the Teche. And they had major steamboats coming up here. I think the water was a lot higher, but now it's all controlled since the flood of 27. So, yeah, but so we're finally starting to use it again, which is awesome. Hello.
Hey.
What's up, Tom?
How are you?
Pretty good. How did Cajun music become what it is today? Well, someone had an accordion and it played with the fiddle. It's cool, man. It's got a strong,
That's a good
strong
instrument.
tone. Man, that is nice.
5 years every summer, so it better be nice. I put a
Yo.
lot of effort into it.
5
yeah.
years to make that? The accordion didn't have all the same notes as the fiddle, so the fiddle had to limit itself to play with the accordion, and it became the second instrument because the accordion was much louder. Man, that is a nice fiddle.
Thank you. I'll
Cool.
put Louis Michot approved.
Here's one of them. You can get quite a few different sounds from an accordion depending on, there's a lot of factors. Randy Falco, who taught me, has a lot of theories on that. I wanted to learn how to tune accordions because the way Randy tunes, it's the old style, and it takes a really long time to do, but there's a sound you get from it. What I think of when I think of the Cajun music that I like. He said, man, I could teach you, but he said, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot more detailed than you think, and there's an art to it, and it takes a long time. It's not like you just go and tune it and it's done. And he said it's a 4-hour process to tune one accordion, and I was telling him about that I was kind of interested in doing it. He said, God, that'd be great, man. He said, because there's no one else that does it like him, And he said, once he stops, someone's gotta know how to do it. So there's 100 reeds in an accordion. Each reed has 2 sides. Pick that up. So what you do, so that one's in tune. So here's the octave to that. It's flat with the same pressure. With more pressure being even more flat. That's the reed I was playing, the one that's flat, and that was on the push, which was on the outside. Now there's also ones you can see on the inside, that would be on the pull, that little reed right here. That's on the other side. When you pull, it plays that one, and you push, it plays the one on the top. So what you do, if it's flat, you just grind a little bit of material off the tip, which will make it vibrate faster, which will bring it up in pitch. If it's sharp, you take a little bit off the middle, which makes it vibrate slower, which makes it flat. Maybe a little more. All right, and you come back. Still flat. All right. It's just about there. So you could say, well, that's close enough. That's only like probably a cent off. But the thing is, and you won't hear that necessarily with your ear. If it's 1 or 2 cents off, you're not going to hear it. It's funny because these accordions, it's like, takes, I don't know, 80 to 100 hours to build one accordion. And you can do one change, on each one. And then at the end of 80 or 100 hours, you find out if it made a difference or not. And it's like, all right, next.
Make 3. If you only want 2, fine.
I'll take all 3.
Oh, good.
That's perfect.
Hey, baby.
Oh, look at that. That's perfect, man. Perfect kids T5. Look at that. Oh, that's great, man.
Good.
That is cool. And they have a good little tone. They're not too loud. How'd you get into making T5s?
I really don't remember. That's almost 30 years ago.
You made it with Haytines?
Yeah, I made some with Haytines. Man, they're hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Those that you do find, people they really don't want to get rid of them.
My oldest son decided he wanted to start playing fiddle this weekend.
Really?
Never asked him, so I had a little fiddle. I broke it out. So then my other son yesterday, of course, you get something. They both want something. So he said, but I want a guitar. I want my own guitar. So I'm gonna bring him this. I think he'll be. He wants to be a drummer. So that's the perfect start. If you can get the triangle rhythm and you can hold it, well, then you can move on to the next instrument. The triangle and the fiddle and the accordion are the root of Cajun music. And if you have those and the French vocals, well then, you're playing Cajun music no matter what else you have on it. Everything else is just rock and roll, really. We've not been shy to introduce new sounds to Cajun music and new approaches where at first people get offended and thrown off by them, but most people react in such a good way because they like it, because it sounds good and it feels good. If it sounds good and it feels good, then it can't be bad, Cheerleaders!
Tiny space. What's up, y'all? What the? What's up, y'all? Hey, look at you holding yourself. You didn't. You got Louie there?
Hey, Lulu.
Louie! My bow and arrow! Oh, hold me a bike!
He outgrew his old bike. Try it out, Lou. Give it a whirl. And diapers. I got a bike and diapers. That's my life. So this porch used to be the walls of the original house I tore down. And then I remade these walls as bousillage. And what bousillage is, it's mud and moss mixed up. So we dug a pit out back and we got to the clay. And we broke up the clay. And then we added a bunch of cured moss, which took, just curing the moss was like weeks and weeks of work. See, like that's the bousillage right there. See, and then that's the moss, the cured Spanish moss. And these are some cypress trees we got out in the Chaffalaya Basin. The amazing thing about bousillage is that it all comes from right here on the land because, you have the cypress tree, which grows in the mud, and the Spanish moss hangs off the cypress tree. So it all comes from one spot. You know, I'm just gonna hurt myself. Ça c'est la vie d'Ada.
Louie, guess what?
Hey Louie.
This is for you.
When you want to be a drummer, that's how you start.
Yeah, that's how you start.
Yeah, that's how drummers start.
That must be how Kirkland got how to be. Yeah, he did.
That is exactly how Kirkland got to be such a good drummer.
You're fast, good. Yeah, Phil and guitar, so yeah. God, you're fast.
Wow, Jew.
Oh, Julian.
Hey. We'll do a little jam, Jew. You're too fast for me.
His new album, Kalinda.
That's
Well,
right,
picture.
Jew. The original painting by Douglas Bourgeois. Thank y'all so much for coming to the beer dinner. We're gonna play one more song, then we gotta head to the Maple Leaf to set up. Come continue with us. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy the last course. A big bottle. I think.
That's what I'm saying. If we don't have an ADSR, at least just keep it like signed bass just to where it's like super smooth.
That is nice.
C'est pas la peine si tu t'en vas, Charles. What about the net? My bad. It was a good start, but it's. I like the. Pour la balance de ta vie, Charles. Yeah, I just like it's pretty good. I think it's the shies that are like, sure. Make a little shy. God damn. Shy. De la balance de ta vie, Charles. Can I just sing it like without the music?
Excuse the kind of glitches
I know how it goes. I'm just.
I know, but it sounds great already. It's like this is gonna be a great addition.
Yes.
But when we get it nailed, it's gonna like feel fucking great.
Thank you, Korey.
Yeah.
He's so nice, isn't he? Very encouraging, very polite as well.
On the intro, we don't have a count in. I can make a count in, or just
Something would be helpful.
yeah. I'm gonna make a little count in so you know when to come in on the intro.
Yeah, English or French is fine.
Okay, cool.
Spider's loving enough to record on our album, and we have it right here with us. And we did this song. Yeah, listen to Spider. And it's a song that we worked on together and we figured out like musicians do every once in a while. And it's called Si j'aurais des ailes, if I had wings. And it goes a little something like this.
How are you feeling with it? Is it like getting better and better every time, kind of thing?
It's, yeah. Yeah, maybe I should, smoke some digital weed or something.
I want you to keep that. But Louis, if you could help out, download it into the brain.
Can't handle it. It's a brownie. That's good, Spider. Thank you.
I think it sounds fucking awesome in the song.
That it suits your
Yeah,
I think it really, I always like the whistle in this one particularly.
Yeah. We made this song with the whistle. Like we fabricated this song.
Yeah, I guess we did, didn't we?
Over the months.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of places in this world. And, New Haven, Connecticut claims the first hamburger and the first pizza in America. They invented pizza and they invented hamburgers. But you know what? I'm here to claim something back for Louisiana. And I hereby announce the brand newest American food in the whole world, the ham dog. It's basically the best of both worlds, You love hamburgers and you love hot dogs? Try a ham dog. So basically a ham dog was inspired one day when I saw this little ham running out after a dog in the road. And I said, man, wouldn't it be great to combine those two creatures, a ham and a dog? Get my ham dog mix ready. Just like making a hamburger. If you make it long, so you roll ham dogs. They're kind of just weird looking. Wait till you see it cooked. It's even worse cooked. That's a ham dog.
Oh no, that's not. Fuck off.
Hey, just like dog. Sorry, I forgot my beer and my lyrics. And having Sidney Bork and Ethel May Bork on the front cover of our first two albums, I think says a lot about what we're trying to do with our music, which is bring forward this partly amazing poetry of a language and partly the knowledge and the history and words that, the words that are only unique to us and they have so much meaning. It dies with the people that hold it. And when these elder generations pass away and take so much knowledge with them, if no one was there just to talk to them and to learn, it's not just language for language's sake. It's almost language for survival's sake. And knowing who you are and where you come from is part of that as well, is tapping into that language, and it's a piece of who we are.
We didn't know when the water was going to stop. We thought, is there going to be 4 or 5 days?
There was water as far as you could see each way. It went all the way past the barn. We just looked that way and it was just water. You just felt like you were in the middle of the bayou.
You can come see the console is gutted. The heart and the brain of the studio is right here in the Neve console. It's a really crazy piece of gear. Very key ingredient to a studio is this part of it. Everything had to be removed. Dylan and Wish unscrewed all the mods, all the console pieces. You can see the water level came up right here. Pretty gross. It's part of the river. A couple days. Gross. They only knew. It's where B.B. King was rocking out. Dr. John, Leon Russell. This is our home away. This is so many people's home away from home. Whenever you're making a record and you can come out to a place like this, it becomes your home.
We got 24 inches in
I heard
across the bayou, man.
Crazy, man.
Lost one accordion. Yeah.
Man.
But maybe Andre can put it back together.
Oh, God damn. Dr. Phil. If it ain't bad enough, I lost my studio. I'm watching Dr. Phil.
A lot of our Man with Waltz that we recorded right there at Dockside was inspired by, you know, of course, the oil spill, and it was inspired by a lot of tragedy that in turn affected so many of our people and so much of the language itself and how people carry on and how people are able to live with the land when they're being forced off the land. Trying to hold on to something that is actually inside people and inside families, and if you split those families up or split those communities up, it doesn't necessarily exist the same after that because it doesn't have the place to exist. Good luck raising money.
Good luck, my friend. Be safe with yourself.
I had a brother who was a baby like 3 years ago.
Introducing Marius. Oh, welcome to the van, buddy. Welcome to the van. You see everybody?
Oh my God.
Eric, Bryan.
I know the ceiling is super cool, isn't it?
He loves architecture. He does. It's something called the Sabine turnaround. It's what you do right before you get to Texas. You take that little turnaround, come back east.
Let's go ahead and welcome the Lost Bayou Ramblers.
I like signing it on the smoke. Hey, Omar, you good at tying ties, huh? I am. Yes. I got friends that can tie ties. So, as they said in Connie Castile's documentary, I'll always do my collars first. Shit, I don't even know what to do. All right, how about? Yeah, I think you do a collar first. So.
Yeah, but if you're on like, I was just laying up.
Collar first, like maybe like that. Shit, where's my wife? We might be here a while. Oh, that's hard to do a collar, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Omar. 2:45, we want to meet up there because that would suck to miss our category.
I know, this is Grammy quality.
Omar, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Omar.
Bottom of your heart, the seat of your pants.
Which looks fabulous, by the way. Man, that's good. Woo! So this is Monsieur Mazareau dans son grand bureau comme un vieil crapaud dans un bail de l'eau. It's Monsieur Mazareau. He was like this New Orleans dude that they all hated because he outlawed dueling and he was anti-Napoleon and he was a royalist. And in his big, dans son bureau, like in his office, like a big frog, like a big toad in a tub of water. And the second verse is Monsieur Mazareau montait son bateau, tombé dans l'eau, mouillé son capot. And he went in the boat, fell in the water, and wet his scarf, or it was his cape, but we put a scarf. And there's a lot of symbolism with this lawsuit we had to go through and stuff, so. Wow, this is weird, y'all. We all got suits on and we're walking down the hall. I'm in New York. You'll see about it. There he is. Hey, buddy. He'll be here one day, Marius. In New York City. With all the bright lights. Look, see all that? Just in case.
he had his two sons, Lou and Julian's pictures, and he was writing on the back of them. So he said, well, if you want to use this one. I made some notes, you know, some thank you notes just in case.
Oh yeah, it's a family picking out.
Grammy goes to Kalinda, Lost Bayou Ramblers.
First of all, on est extrêmement honoré de représenter tout quelqu'un de la Louisiane, la musique Cajun et créole. On n'aura rien sans vous autres. The woman of papa, ma femme, mes enfants, les frères Michot.
Our dad for getting us into the music, and our mom and sister for supporting us and putting up with it.
And then like, they announced us as like, Kalinda, and it didn't sound like us. Like, I was thinking it Lost Bayou Ramblers. Right. Kalinda, what? I think I should. And then to like have that thrill of winning, and then like getting that amazing award, and then do all this stuff, and then be like, okay, now you gotta go, yeah. No, fuck no. Fuck no. I roll some swans. Music is possibly the best vehicle for transmitting the language and transmitting this history and transmitting the knowledge and processing, you know, how it applies to us today. It's amazing that it's still so strong, you know. Everyone keeps saying, well, the French is gonna die, or the French should have died, or it will die, and, you know, really, it's much more alive than we think. The diversity and the complexity is what keeps things fresh and what keeps things moving.
You know, people want you to keep playing, and it's a good idea to do it, you know, and it's good to be acknowledged.
I think there's still a chance that we could revitalize it to the point where it'll last for many more generations, you know? That's what I try to do with my music and all my work and all my life, you know, trying to pass it on to my children, try to learn more myself. You know, it's definitely a life's work, and it has become the reason that I do what I do. How y'all doing, New Orleans? Thank y'all for being here with us here tonight. Et mais quoi ce qui va devenir demain? On ne connaît pas. Mais moi je veux savoir, là. Je connais pas, là. Ah, dis-moi. Jonny. Ah, jamais la vie, hein. Ah, ils vont taper la coule, là. Ah, ils vont taper la table pour tout quelqu'un. Ils auront fait la balle, ils auront ma scène. Ah, dis-moi la vérité. Gala, gala.
This is, I think, a true passion of mine. And it's not, I really, really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy figuring out the different ways to make things work and to change the sound.
Nothing wrong with what we're doing now, you know? So.
The last year and a half has been a whirlwind of sorts. I don't know that any of us anticipated how well received Kalinda would be.
It's a really special group of people. Everybody's kind of like always on the same page, even though there's not a lot of words said about it.
I'm sure whatever we'll do will follow whatever we've done in the past, which is not really done anything like we did before.
Yeah, just enjoy it for what it is. It's music, and that's, in the end, it is just music, and everyone can agree with the music. No matter if you speak the language or not, or no matter where you're from, everyone loves the music. Yeah, so this is the Rookie Pont. It's our family camp for, I don't know, a long time. And it's called the Rookie Pont. It's the hanging wheel. Used to like repair wagon wheels, I think, back in the day here. And so this wagon wheel repair thing's been here for ever. So we recorded the Frère Michot album out here, and we recorded the first Lost Bayou Ramblers album out here. There's me and my dad and Andre. We recorded our first album here, and we didn't even know the dockside existed.
No way.
Turns out the dockside's right
there.
Yeah. You know, it's really hard to imagine a reality without South Louisiana culture and without Louisiana French. You know, would America be better or worse, you know, with or without Louisiana French? Or where would we be if we didn't have this beautiful language and everything that goes along with it? You know, would I be here talking to you right now, and would people be coming to Louisiana to enjoy the great state it is without it? You know, there's way too many questions to ask, and to me it's just, the important thing is that we hold on to it as much as we have and we nurture it, you know. Let's do what we can. La permission rentrée pour demander le